for you to get go live. Oh, they've changed it. App audio. Our app now is audio. I'm gonna put this a little bit, increased a bit, but not so much though. Just half, and then I copy the link, and then I paste to my WhatsApp. What's we saying? I think it's gonna rain soon. Yeah, and then we come here. All right. I'm going to wait for church to start so that we can get straight up. Let me just make sure everything is okay. That end. Turn on my. Oh, come on, man. Well, the one thing is the screen. But you guys can see. Let me check it out on my end. Let me make sure everything is okay. Yeah. Let me sure background noises aren't so much. Yeah. You guys can hear it really well. That's important. Oh, of course. I shifted it. This is better. Better use. Okay, let's go here. Let's stay here. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let me check it out. Alright, game is actually quite loud. So let's try reducing it a little bit. Let's try reducing it a bit. And just reduce this as well so we can do a little bit. You can do this a bit as well. Okay, I think we are good to go here. And everything else will be normal. And we can just go back to the game screen to be sure and confirm that one more time. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. All right, we're good to go. Okay. What? Okay, church is the ID. Invite me. Streaming and casting. Okay, that is sent. Okay, invite me. I'm streaming and casting. All right, that's the stream link. Okay, we are going to wait for Church to do his thing. Oh, it's Tony Lobby. Oh, okay. Wow, that's okay. That's great. That's awesome. All right, we'll just have to wait since it's Tony Lobby. I don't know who this is. Oh, Frank from this thing. I know him. Yeah, we just have to wait. The game sounds quite low. And I'm the one that actually made it like that. Yeah, Vinci is actually it's Tony Lobby. We'll just wait for guys to enter. We'll just wait for them to do their thing. Goodness gracious. I have to just wait for these guys to do their thing so we can get straight into it. You guys have to chill. Oh, I can see 4 people already here. Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome to tonight's stream. It's Blakk. Blakk is solo today. And yeah, let's interact. Let's talk to each other. How have you all been? What's the evening like for you guys? And this is the first time that Kogeki Dentai is being participating in anything ML Hub is doing. Hi Dewdrop, how you doing today, man? This is the first time I'm seeing Kogeki Dentai participate in ML Hub games. You don't get to see them all the time. Then also, I think Abyssal Trap, they're not exactly new. I know them. we don't get to see Abyssal Trap all the time being streamed though. So yeah. Wow, Dewdrop, Abyssal Trap for the Kogeki for the win. Okay. I like that. I like the confidence really, and also the support. That's good. They're gonna need lots of that. For Kogeki, I know some players in Kogeki Dentai though, like Stew. I know Stew. I know what's the other guy's name? I've forgotten his name. I ran into him once in ranked. I can't really remember. I know I played against him in ranked. So yeah. Let me check that real quick. I'm pretty sure I can check that. Rice. Nice one. Yeah, but I know I played against the guy. Wait, let me check this thing. I played against the guy. I need to check this thing well. Yeah, Animosity. Yeah, Kogeki Denka. It's Animosity. It's the Leo mod on the enemy team. I know him. I played against him in that match. Okay, let's go back to the lobby so we can wait for them. Yeah, they also have rice. Wow, they have rice. Well. They have spaghetti as well. They have juice. That is crazy, man. These guys. What? Okay, Kogeki Dentai. Stew, rice, spag, juice. I thought you were joking with me, Dewdrop. I thought you were joking with me. I didn't know that you actually meant it seriously. So 5 more minutes. Wow, I see Rice is my friend. Wow, that's good. That's good. Blakk says, how can I access a tournament lobby? Okay, you're gonna need to talk to MG about that. I don't actually. I'm just the caster and the streamer. I don't know how to access a tournament lobby. I get invited into tournament lobbies. I don't access them. Okay, so we've had a message there. It says once the clock strikes 8 p.m., DQ time is 8:06, which is fair because that's the rules. So they need to complete their numbers, and of course, Abyssal Trap are the ones actually missing 2 people. KD also missing 1 person. They just have to somehow make up their numbers here. They have to make up their numbers. So yeah, we are waiting for them to complete their numbers. I can see 9 people in the chat. Hello guys, how you all doing today? Let me interact with you guys before the game officially starts and I lock in. Okay, just take a little bit of water here and okay, take a little bit of water here. All right, how's everyone doing today, guys? It seems like you guys are not interested in a little chat today, so we'll just have to wait and yeah, wait for the game to complete. We just have to wait for them to complete. Abyssal Trap is complete, and we have to wait for 1 more person for Kogeki Dentai. I'm just gonna call these guys Kid. Their names, Japanese names, are much stressful to pronounce because there's consonants there. So yeah, 5v5. Waiting for Abyssal Trap needs to complete their numbers. Yo, how you guys doing? Hello Kyle. Hello Samuel. Welcome to the stream. We are waiting for the players to get complete so that we can get straight in. I've already tapped ready on my end. Ref, 2 more minutes before we start the DQ timer, so let's have to just chill until this thing is complete. Okay, someone says, I thought Kogeki is not into... I didn't see that comment completely. Wait, sorry, excuse me. We said, I thought Kogeki is not interested in ML Hub. I know Kogeki is associated with ML9. I know they are, but I don't actually know anything about them not being interested in ML Hub. So, Dewdrop, I don't know where your statements are founded on which basis. But hey, let's chill, I guess. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait until they are complete so that we can get straight in. Waiting for the match. 1 more minute so that we can start the DQ timer, because it's best of 1. So if it becomes 8:06 and Abyssal Trap are not complete, it's just gonna be a DQ. We wait till 10 p.m. That's it, because it's best of 1. You only get 1 game. for tonight. At least for the qualifiers, you only get one game. So if you are Abyss Trap, you want to complete your numbers and as soon as you can. Chaos. Chaos is not the lineup right now. I don't see Chaos. Wait. Is that okay? Yeah. Chaos is not Chaos is not here. Dr. Fate. Perhaps they benched him this time around. So yeah. You have to just wait for that, I guess. Maybe next time he might show up. It seems like Abyssal Trap are still struggling with their last member because they've been joining and leaving, and it's already 8 p.m. So church has already started a DQ timer. We just have to wait whether we will not get to see a game at all or we'll get to see a game. Either of the two. 6 more minutes and then we end things. Okay, let me just be checking on stream health. Wait, how? What the heck? How am I kicked? Whoa. What the heck? Yeah. Why was I kicked? No, that's not right. Something is wrong. Who kicked me? Why was I kicked? What the heck? Bro. Okay, we have to definitely look into that. Oh, I think everyone was kicked. Oh my goodness. Okay, you have to just wait, Chad, because I think everyone was kicked, not just me. Yeah, I think definitely everyone was kicked. Yep, everyone was kicked. We have to, yeah, they did. We have to just wait so that we can get back into the lobby. They said they want to reset the lobby. Hey, yeah, now we'll wait. We'll wait. Yeah, we wait. Oh, we're using a normal lobby, not a tournament lobby anymore. Wow. Okay. This is... I guess they'll have to do their lobby bans here. So then we can do we can get in straight up. We'll have to do the lobby bans here. Rather than going in game and starting the lobby bans. I guess so. I guess we're not going to be seeing that funny today. Dewdrop. Waiting for more players of Abyssal Trap. This game is supposed to be, I don't know, Dark saying, I don't know why we are using a normal lobby. There's no information on my end, no information reaching me right now, so I don't know. It's 3 more minutes on DQ. If these players don't start things soon, Church will call it a DQ. Oh, they are finally complete and they will have to ready up so that we can see the lobby bans in the chat and we can start because time has gone already. This game was supposed to start by 8. Wait for it. Wait for them to start. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Come on, man. Let's get into this. There's no time to waste now. He said, who is Trap? He said, wait, yeah. Who is Trap? Wait. Yeah, okay, yeah, the spec guy. They definitely have to. Again, like I said, I told Darksync, I don't have information on why we're using normal lobby. we are using Tony. We're not using Tony lobby. I don't have information. There's nothing to me right now, so you guys just have to work with what we have here. It's normal lobby. They will have to do their bans here in the. They will have to do their bans in the chat here. So just have to wait. It's 1 more minute until DQ, and I don't know what's going on. Finally, church has started something. Oh my goodness. Oh man, we have to do the lobby bans first. If you want to request for a pause, at least 3 to 5 people must spam record at the same time. And church left. Oh my god. Yeah, and I'm not actually the host because it's gonna be another player that will start the game. Are we going back to the tournament lobby? Okay. Alright, this is definitely gonna take a while, guys. So strap in and just relax. Because I don't know what's going on here. I genuinely don't know what's going on here. Chill. We are relocating. Are we relocating again? I think we are relocating again back to the normal lobby. Oh more. God, I beg you. God, I beg you. Oh. Hey, Jesus Christ, man. Ah. Oh, let's do this and let's do this nice. Best of one. Shouldn't take too long now, guys. Seriously, come on, guys. Let's do this now. Let's get here. Let's do this now. Let's start. Let me balance my leg real quick. Please, that thing is going to hurt my leg. Alright, said he has clicked the button. He doesn't know what's going on. What? Oh my god. Almost. Oh my god, we are resetting the lobby again. Yeah, guys, we are in for a long wait. Actually, we are in for a long wait. We are resetting the lobby again. How do I even... Okay, I think everyone can still hear me well. We are just waiting for the streamer to... so that we can get started, because this was supposed to start by 8 and unforeseen circumstances led to this extension. So we can... let me just bring this stuff very closely to me, because I don't want it to fall though. So yeah. Okay, you have to just wait for it to start so that we can get straight in. Is it just me? Am I feeling pressed? Damn. Oh. Okay, it's best of one. We can do this. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I noticed, man. They decided I'll be bands. Let's check them out.
Thorns remain, should petals fall.
I've been waiting for too long.
Okay. So we see how it is. First game, finally we get in, and we can see the bands now. Lancelot's being taken down by Abyssal Trap. I'm gonna call them AT, and I'm gonna call Kogeki Dentai KD because I don't want to stress myself tonight. So we see a Sora being taken down by AE, and also a Lancelot being taken down. That's a very great choice to ban actually. It means that can be quite problematic, and a carry is a very good melt marksman. So yeah, you want to take her down. So yeah, now we start with the draft. We see him being the first pick for AE, the boys of AE, and Vexana already being picked first. That's a great mage in the mid lane. Goes some decent CC, some decent damage as well on the Vexana. So yeah, great pick. And Rice going for Clint, and that's a Soul Vessel skin. Actually, is that a Soul Vessel skin? No, that is not a Soul Vessel skin. That is an M2 skin. That's not a common skin. Wow, that's something. Okay, still going for the Fredrin, and him Blast going for Esmeralda. That's a collector skin there. And Alucard going for, okay, still hasn't picked. 10 seconds left, make that 8. Excuse me, guys.
Hello, Sancho. Your team is picking.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah. You say blast one. Somebody said blast one trick. That's Ryo. My goodness. Well, Spark going for the fact that the boys of KD have food as their names. It's quite interesting, really. Stew, rice, Spark. Well, Mione is technically not a food. I think, is that Mione? Is that Mhpl? Wow, that is of course Juice being the next one to select the hero. I look at going for an Hanabi. We don't get to see Hanabi all the time when it comes to promotional games, so I guess Alucard wants to make a difference. Okay, I'm up for that. And Hanabi has got a very good amount of control immunity when she gains shield from any source. So you've got the Equinox, she can gain a shield from that. And also if you use the Aegis to pair that up, you can get longer seconds of control immunity. So yeah, Hanabi can be pretty good, especially when there's good control on the Fredrin. And Mhpl, Alpha, Benedetta switches over. Him goes for Camilla. That's a great pick on his end. And Mjolnir is going to have to think carefully about his pick here on who he will go for. Because right now, what they are missing is a Roma. They don't have a Roma on the side of KD. So Mjolnir would have to think really well about this one, because you can actually go for a CC room. It's not going to be easy to actually CC these guys. Michael's got the Eye, he can immune the CC. Lucas got the Equinox, and also CC room. Are you sure about that, Michael? Are you sure about that, Michael? Honestly, I don't really agree with the Kufra pick, and mainly because of that. I'm mainly saying that because the Kufra is a CC tank and an anti-mobility tank. And there's not a lot of, Kufra is pretty good against the Benedetta when it comes to the anti-mobility, right? But there's not a lot of things he can do in this lineup when it comes to the CC, because the Hanabi can gain control immunity. Benedetta can just, tank that with the Eye. Camilla is, you don't want to obviously target the Camilla, so the squishes you want to go for, and maybe Esmeralda or Vexana, but you have to be careful because Deadly Grass has some CC in it too. So yeah, I don't really agree completely with the Kufra pick, but hey, if it works for Mjolnir, it works. So let's just give them a chance and wait for the game to load. All right. All right, let's do this, man. Yeah, promotional games. Yeah, well, technically, control immunity, Ryo, control immunity works when control immunity works against a lot of CCs actually. Especially when you're not unless you're suppression, obviously, and they don't have any player on the opponent on KD that can suppress. So I think Anabi is a pretty decent pick here, in my personal opinion, of course. But straight we get into the game. It's best of one. Don't forget, it's the first match to open. Let me just reduce this a little bit. Just reduce this a little bit here. Yeah. So that mid lane, you see Mhpl with a Kufra. There's a bouncing ball to the mid lane there. No time. The man is just giving his mage some time to just juice some. Is that an invade I'm seeing here from KD? Is that an invade? Oh, this is about to get interesting. Easy. Is it paused? AFK much. Now the bouncing ball for the anti-mobility. Bloodbath will stun Steel, but Steel is not interested in that early game skirmish. He just wants to take the lethal and just farm for the early games and focus on getting that level 4, but he loses that lethal to him. Wow, him gets that lethal. Oh, actually, not him. It's Juice that gets the lethal. Now that's interesting. All right, rotations up top, and we see an overextension from Blast with the Esmeralda. Technically, in the early games, the Esmeralda can be very strong, but that Tyrant's Revenge and the bouncing ball to restrain the mobility. But the Falling Stamina is the only mobility the Esmeralda has over terrains, and a flicker out committed very early. Spag. It doesn't have the bravest fighter, so that was a wise move if you think about it. Mhpl now, they're trying to keep Blast out of their jungle, but the man is just sustaining everything. Now the Tyrant Revenge knocks him airborne, and the anti-CC on the Kufra bouncing ball. It's him in the midst of it all now. Comes in to support Blast, but Blast now making his way out. Sprint already used. And they are still not done. Alecto, final blow, will come out on the other side. They are still trying their best, but no can do. A Princess Rat is a flicker with the Tyrant's Revenge from Mhpl. He dives in again, bouncing ball. He wants to get away, but Easy says no. Draws the first blood, and an energy eruption first blood drawn from KD. It's 1-for-1. The total spawned, and now we get to see the first objective contest for the game. That was impressive, really. I gotta say. Those guys knew what they were doing. You know, the boys of AE, they invaded because they knew they had the early game advantage. And when you have an early game advantage and your team has good invade potential, you want to go for it. And Blast already knew what he was doing and what he was getting himself in. Now we see it also being started here by Steel. On the other side, we are seeing Mhpl trying to zone out Alucard. Is that an overextension for Mhpl? It's getting a bit of pressure. That's the previous fighter now committed from Spark. But then the total already taken by Steel. Raging Slash, that's a defensive one to dodge the CC. But like the final blow committed already. Bouncing ball to restrain the mobility. And this is what I talked about. Tyrant's Revenge connect onto Easy. It will forward. And a guard already used up. Blast dives in. Falling Stamina takes out Spark. And it's a rotation there. Blast being chased. But the boys of KD would have to settle for a 1-for-1 trade. Now they will rotate down bottom as they have to go and meet Alucard, who is there alone. Mhpl. Okay, it looks like the mid lane is where they will focus their attention on, but Mhpl now is gonna have to move out. And maybe Alucard might want to engage in team fights next time because the marksman did rotate. His opponent Max, his counterpart Rice did rotate for that early game contest and the total. So maybe Alucard want to do his as well. So yeah. Think about that. Now rotations from him coming to support Alucard on there. And that's a spam recall. I can see a spam recall from Mhpl. And Michael already taking out a Tyrant's Revenge again. Bouncing ball, but the eye for an eye to counter. This is what we talked about during the draft pick. The Kufra can't exactly see. Vengeance Flames already committed early. And the Bloodbath, the Crimson Mill already used. Raging Slash form takes down Alucard because of blood. Connects on the 3. Final blow defensively to get away. He moved 4. That has to be the collateral damage. But then the Cost Blast. And of course, the Eternal Guard will take down 1 on the boys of KD as a 1-for-2 trade in favor of KD. Well, now the gold lane, the counterpart already down, and Rice is just taking advantage of that and pushing that gold lane. Meanwhile, we see a lane cut from Blast, EXP top lane. Now the man's are gonna have to rotate down bottom, but then the gold lane is starting to be under a lot of pressure recently. So yeah, mid lane is already being pushed by the boys of AE, but Mhpl now bouncing ball defensively, getting out of there. And the gold crab already taken by Rice. The man is trying to get his gold up. That's a cost by rejecting that grass. Connecting Bloodbath, stuns him up. And of course, a flicker up. Mione, Phantom Slash. Mhpl doesn't let him. Now Spark dives in. Bravest Fighter onto Easy. He's going to chase him down. Lanchika connects with the Raging Slash. Finishes him off. And now Final Blow comes out onto the turtle area. That's Mhpl trying to tank as much and deal as much damage as he can. Getting bombardment doesn't take him down, not enough damage in there. It's a turtle almost taken, almost retro points. A Princess Rat takes it for steal. Cost of Blood will connect. Falling Star mode. Blast will dive in and trying to chase down Juice. But the man flickers out now. Stu dives in again. Wants to support his Roma. Wants to support his mage as well. Rise with the grenade bombardment. Takes him down. Now Blast. It's a 1v5. The retribution connects onto him. That sprint is on that cooldown. Blast may not survive this, but Blast somehow he lives to tell the tale. But the boys of KD are still chasing him down. They're gonna have to let him go. But it looks like Mione doesn't want to let him go. Mione wants to chase him down. Yep. Has to let him go. The man recalls. But then the EX plane, oh, it doesn't even recall. I like that confidence. He's just relying on the healing and just getting those gold off. Falling Star and connect, and it looks like he wants to go. Yes, he does. Back force. Tyrant's Revenge doesn't do anything in that encounter. It's Blast. Him just dominating on the Esmeralda here. But now onto the gold lane. Rises a bit of pressure. Bloodbath connect. Stuns him up. The tier 1 almost down. The minion gets taken out. And Rice will have to wait for the next set of minions, or at least support from Juice there. And meanwhile, we see an invade from the Fredrin. The Final Blow connect. Mhpl wants to salvage what's left of that orange buff, the purple buff rather. But then Tyrant's Revenge again. Mionel misses out. That's the Brave Assault, but the Piercing Strike will miss. Mhpl is able to dodge it well. And still just waiting for his target. Cause Blast will connect with the Bloodbath as well. The stuns and the Energy Eruption to break him out of the turret. But I see a rotation here from Alucard. That's what you want to do if you're a marksman as well. Rice being rotating to the mid lane because they know, but Blast still doing a good job there, cutting the lanes. It's a German cut, getting the farm early so you can rotate onto the other side. Meanwhile, Rice chasing down Alucard with the help of Mjolnir, but Mjolnir is able to get away. That's the power of Equinox. You know, you've got the control immunity there. Now the Age is already invested there. Going to bombardment with a quick draw. That damage is there. The double shot passive is giving him that length he needs, but that damage to finish off Alucard just isn't there. Tyrant's Revenge now will connect, but only onto the back line there. That's the bouncing ball onto Easy. They're able to save what's left of that tier 1 of the gold lane for the side of AE. And now the cost price takedown. Rise. Easy will have to get the kill there. Meanwhile, Juice will stay alive, but Mhpl falls. The jungler 1-3-3, not looking good. Still, it's a 1v2. Tyrant's Revenge onto the back line again. Easy under a lot of fire there, but him is there to support him. Meanwhile, Mjolnir still dealing as much CC as he can to whoever he can. Meanwhile, Spark, Bravest Fighter, committed already. He might be waiting for Alucard on that end. He might have seen him, but no, the man would have to go for Easy. Meanwhile, onto that top jungle, it's the boys of KD defending their orange buff from the boy Blast. He has been a thorn in their flesh ever since this game started. The invades from him has been relentless, but now Mione might get a good Tyrant's Revenge. That's one onto him with the bouncing ball to restrain the mobility, but you don't have exactly a lot of things to cancel when it comes to the Camilla. But up the top lane there, we see Blast go head to head again with Spark and just absorbing the shield from the Homeland Defender. But meanwhile, Mione bouncing ball again. It's KD still who dives in with that Energy Eruption. He wants to go 1v2, wants to target Easy on the back line. Meanwhile, settles for him on Mhpl. That would be the low dance is already ensued, started, and Blast in the midst of it all. 1v2. He's holding his ground. But meanwhile, they're still waiting for that chance. Waiting for that cost of blood. Him, ultimate still on that cooldown. But on the other side, Miona chasing him down. That's still, they're just waiting around that low. They just want to look for that fight that they can get into. But him is getting a lot of damage from Rice. Look at the damage on him. But KD still finally gets his target. It's gonna be him. The mid lane heated, and the comfort target switch is the Equinox Aegis as well to support it and gain that contributing because of blood connected to no one. On the side, Blast in the midst of one is making sure he applies that pressure he can on Spark. Blast is being fearless in the back line. The cause of blood connect there. It's gonna be Juice who force. Easy takes out Rice. That's another 2 losses sustained by KD. They will pull back, and Blast is still being relentless in those pokes, in those pills. The Lord is there. Mhpl already moving towards it to start it out. The boys of AE played that one out well, and Blast is just trying to keep them out and making sure they don't get any closer. But then Mhpl doesn't have the HP to really stay in this Lord and really take it out alone. Meanwhile, Blast still just doing what he can to make sure he's a thorn in the flesh, the thorn in the jungle. But it's 1v4 and a CC from the Vengeance Flames. Rice is doing a lot. CC Cause of Blood connected to 4. That's a great Cause of Blood, and now Blast falls. Kind of not sustaining up. That's the Eternal Guard. 4-man airborne. The Cause of Blood comes through, and now still wreaking havoc on his own with the Fredrin. The Brave Bird assaults in a wrong direction, gives him the chance to escape from his grasp. Meanwhile, Alucard already pushing that tier 2 on the gold lane. It's a great way to split push while the team fights, while the chaos is happening in the mid lane, and KD get the first load of the match. Well, to be fair, they actually have a very good they actually have a very good hold when it comes to the objectives. Well, that happens when you have a lot of tanky heroes. To be fair, you do have a Kufra, you have a Fredrin, you also have a Lapu. So that's 3 front lines in your team alone. Now the mid lane still is looking for a chance there, gets CC'd by multiple skills. Final block connect, and Mhpl is gonna have to use that one for more mobility. Still brave assault defensively. Oh, Mhpl overestimated the damage on the Phantom Slash and has to pay with his life. Meanwhile, the Lord approaching from down bottom. Alucard's there to try to melt it down as fast as he can, and the builds for anyone who care for, you would have to see it. And now the mid lane, the knocked airborne, no way out of there. Still takes down the tier 1. Rice will find Blast, and it's the P2, the T2, their flicker. Oh, a flicker out there with the Storm Slash and the Raging Slash, but then because Blast Deadly Grass as well, pushing them back. The turrets that will do for them for now. That's Alucard, dangerous position. Alucard, Equinox is saving him and giving him that CC immunity he needs, and the damage as well. It's Easy who gets the double. Easy gets the triple. And the boys of AE force back KD and tell them this is not that siege you're looking for. Not this time. Maybe another Lord that spawns in 80 seconds, but not this one. And AE would have to go for macros now, because that's what matters at this point in time. The macro management of your team is everything, especially when you've been losing Lord and losing objectives. But meanwhile, it might be Juice versus Mhpl, but he's gonna have to chase him back. He's got that Vengeance Flames, he's got that Flicker, he's also got his S2, you know, to make sure that he gets out of there. He's also got that as well, the Searing Torrent. He's also get that to push back Mhpl if he tries anything. But still, just Mhpl making sure he does the macro, and the Lord looks like they're starting to camp around that low side. Let's get a visual on Alucard. It's still CCO, a split push attempt from Alucard. We still see that. And they're not in a checkmate there, but Miono is still spamming the recalls on the boys of AE. They're gonna, yeah, that's the pause from the ref Church as we wait for the game to be unpaused. All right, let me look at the comments right now. Yeah, someone is all right, so there's a lot of talks here, and someone says, who said Anabi's dark system? You guys are funny. And someone says, after this now Anabi they go mark. Yeah, it's BO1. Yes, it's BO1, guy. It's BO1. And who else again is here? Okay, someone says always ban this guy Esme. Well, to be fair, to be honest, Blast has been a very interesting player when it comes to those front lines, when it comes to poking, when it comes to peeling, when it comes to being a distraction, when it comes to invading. Blast has been that person that you just can't ignore. So the boys of AE are really utilizing this Esmeralda well, and going for an Esmeralda with a sprint in a team that has quite the slows, especially on the Valet. The Valet has, slow and CC at the same time. So yeah, Mhpl jungling The KD isn't exactly looking its best. It could be better, that's for sure. It could be better. You know, a 1-4-4 isn't exactly convincing, but I'm pretty sure, you know, the games we're in the mid games, right? Actually, are we in the mid games? No, we are in the late games now. We are in the late games, and hopefully Mhpl starts performing really well, right? Yeah, hopefully start performing really well. Also, KD, boys of KD as well, they've been doing quite well. They've been doing quite well themselves. You know, they took the Lord, they pushed all the turrets on the mid lane, and then they got to the base, and we saw a triple kill pulled up by Easy. That was what sent them back, and that was Deadly Grasp connects. Mjolnir is definitely gonna have to be careful with his positioning there. That CC can be very deadly. But does she have Wishing Lantern? No, she doesn't have Wishing Lantern yet. So yeah, not so deadly. That's Mjolnir there. That's a great catch. Him is caught in the CC. Gonna be taken down by Rice. The grenade bombardment. Meanwhile, they go for the next target. It's gonna be Easy there, as that will be the final blow. Connected there. Mhpl dives in with Phantom Slash as well. Dives out again. Mjolnir looking for that perfect chance onto Blast, but can't that do anything? It's in knocking him airborne, but then the age is already committed there, and you know what he can do. A flicker out. Previous fight already committed from Spark. Landshaker stuns only. Blast, Storm Sword committed as well. It's only 4 players versus 4, and they would have to pull back for that engagement. Ooh, that's a great Tyrant Revenge. Wow, Mjolnir is really landing those in, but the Lord has spawned, and they're gonna have to focus on that right now. Meanwhile, Alucard, the man is just waiting. Deadly Grasp connects. That's a great Deadly Grasp. He's really getting those Deadly Grasps in. They're gonna need that CC. That's another Tyrant Revenge connecting. Blast is still not knowing his limit here. The Lord Dance has already started. The Lord is already half HP, and sooner or later, it's the Curse of Blood connecting one. Of course, that's a great backline dive by Blast, but somehow he's able to get pushed back with the Seren Torrent. Meanwhile, Blast chasing down Juice and keeping him out of the other way. That Spark already low, getting taken out by Alucard as he gets a double, and still in the midst of it all, Brave Assault, but that does not do much, and the Bloodbath will not stun him. Still, he's able to survive. How is still able to survive that? Alucard shuts down Siege and now Princess Wrath. Still survives that outcome. How did Still survive that? Man, well, yeah, the Fredrin sure is tanky. I will say that. And it was a 3-for-3 equal trade, similar things to what we've seen. And the Lord taken by AE. They're really taking this best of one personnel, and they're really because you know it's now or never for these teams. It's definitely this, and Still trying to defend that mid lane, but the Lord is already approaching from the bottom lane. So if they want to defend, it's definitely gonna be where the Lord is at. But a good thing we do see Spark there, and yeah, Laplapu is gonna have to focus on defend using his ultimate to actually take down this Lord. But meanwhile, we see Blast again, creepy into the jungle, and to take the orange buff. He will have to go with Tyrant's Revenge, already cooking up on Mjolnir's side. He gets the Tyrant's Revenge there. Tyrant's Rage not committed. Blast is trying to go with 1v3 here, and the man is just trying to absorb every shield he can. Bloodbath will stun Still. Meanwhile, Juice Vengeance Flames already committed there. It's just Blast in their faces, shoving himself there, whether they like it or not, being that person, that hero, that antagonist for KD that you just cannot ignore. Look at, they're trying their best to ignore him, but he's just absorbing the shield, debuffing them, and they're just trying to just walk away when Still already knows that it's a futile attempt. The damage and the shield on the Esmeralda is just too much to bother. But meanwhile, the 2-man energy eruption now Still goes in full commitment. It's a Crimson Flowers that dives in again. Landshaker, Brave Fighter committed as well. I like to final blow. Rigid Slash defensively. It goes to the back line, trying to go back to base, but Mhpl! Dangerous move, and Rice makes them pay for that backline dive. Easy is gonna be the target for Still. It's an out guard. A Princess Wrath commits as well onto the backline. His Blast trying to stop Still, but Still is still getting away. Bit of assault. He quits the battlefield, but it's still a 1v3 here. Still re-enters, re-engages, and Blast is getting stunted by its energy eruption, but Still leaves to tell the tale again. It's Rice. It's 1v1 versus Alucard, and Alucard solos him. Back and forth, 1 for 2,
It's AE who walks out of there with the advantage and with the profits. But now chasing down Mjolnir, it's bouncing ball to raise his hybrid defense. And the Tyrant Revenge outplaying them. But can he? Equinox as well with Higambana immobilizes him and takes him down. Blast. Another attempt at the jungle invade. Another attempt at making sure KD feels the wrath of his Esmeralda. But that Lord has spawned, and Blast, you're going to need to be there to defend your team, to save them, and of course be that distraction and be that person they just can't get past. But meanwhile, Lord's already have HP still. If you're gonna make your move, make it now. The man comes in, Eternal Guard, the stuns are there. Mhpl beats him to the retro battle. Landshaker connects, he wants to get Mhpl. It's a Raging Slash, but they pull out from Spark. Still is in the midst of it, don't have HP. You're not getting out of there still. And look at the mixture of it. Put him down now. Spark next to the chopping block. They want to add him to the tally. Falling Stam, it's a 3-man immobilization. Falling Stam from Blast. Absolute mastery. He gets Spark. He wants to get the rest of them. It's only 3 players left. The Lord already taken. Coming from the bottom lane. The mid lane being pushed. Blast wants to go for the top lane to sink the lanes. And the boys of AE want to make sure that this siege is the last siege. But then bouncing ball. Turns him up. That's gonna be no more time for them. They just pull back, and that Lord already pushing down. Juice is trying to melt it down. What can he do? That's him taking a lot of damage. Revitalize now, beat it out there. Gambana committed as well. Juice is trying to melt down this Lord. They don't want this Lord to take down their inhibitors. But meanwhile, on the other side, inhibitors Mhpl takes down the one up top lane. That's Mjolnir now. Darius French does not connect there. The siege is still unsue. And now Alucard hitting that tier 1 on the mid lane to inhibitor with everything he's got. The minions are already down. And KD will get their numbers back. It's 80 seconds for that next Lord. If you're gonna do anything, do it now. It's still furious attempt at Blast. But still is losing a lot of HP. Doesn't even want to do that. Energy eruption still touching him up. It's right, still dealing damage to the back line. And of course, the bloodbath comes out from him. He wants to look for a perfect angle. Perfect angle does not connect for Mjolnir without Tyrant's Revenge. The minions are there. Igambana already used Cosbus as well. The Deadly Grasp already committed. It's the boys of AE. They want to end this game. They know that this is their chance. The stun comes in into steal. But the minion waves and a great defense from KD is giving them a hard time to ending the game. You can't get the Lord, you can't get the minions, you can't sink the waves, but can you end the game? It's Mjolnir there. There's a back line with the Tyrant's Revenge, but who's gonna follow up there from that distance? It's gonna be one more engagement for the boys. The cost of blood stuns too. That's immobilization now. Dives in Spark, Landshake as well. Raging Slash now connected. It's gonna go for easy onto the back line, but no, the taunt and the immobilization there. And the gas on the cost Blast, but then Falling Stamina again, dives into the backline. Blast is relentless on the front lines. On the backline, dive again with the Tyrant's Rage. Finally, easy falls. Rice wastes no time. It's the boys of KD go full speed ahead on the boys of AE. Oh, Spark gets out. Mhpl not able to get a kill and gets shut down. Rice will get the kill. Rice gets a double. It's him on next to add it to the tally, but him bloodbath defensively to get away. Men, have you seen KD? They have defended. They have repelled the siege of AE. They have zoned out AE from their own objective. And the only hope right now being Blast. The man will have to come in soon. Our Princess Wrath already committed there. They're waiting for Mhpl. Mhpl is still in the mid lane. The Lord's already past half HP. If anything Mhpl is gonna do, it's gonna be that retry. It's gonna get that retry for them. And like the final blow comes in, and the final starts as well. That's retry battle. Still doesn't let him. He takes it for KD, and now they're gonna have to pull back. But no, Mjolnir wants to do more. Bouncing ball defensively. The boys of KD come out victorious from that Lord siege. Lord dance rather. My goodness, this is crazy, man. This is absolute insane gameplay from KD. I don't even know what to even say, because what is this? How do you go from having the Lord, having the invade potential, having the advantage, having the having the wave advantage, having the macro advantage in summary, and then boom, you lose it all. Yeah, you lose it all. Just like that. So, I don't know. Tell me something, guys. What do you think about the game so far? While we wait.
Oh my goodness. That definitely was an interesting game to see. And we're waiting for the on-pause so we can get straight into it. No time. And we can prepare for our next game at 10 p.m. Yeah, that's game 2. For another best of 1. Tomorrow is also best of 3. Jesus. Damn. It's a lot to take in. It's a nice game actually, yeah, MG. It's a very nice game. The boys of KD are really impressive. They have really tried their best here. But can't they secure the win? The match resumes in 1 second. And here we go. Here we go again. The macros still in favor of the boys of AE, of course. That's one good thing about macros. The side effects on the opponent team always seem to linger depending on how the game goes, of course. But let me just show you guys the builds for anyone who care. These are the builds right now, in case you care. But then Mhpl still just looking for that perfect angle, and we see Stu on the other side. I like the fact that these guys are just waiting for that Lord to come, and we see him there. They're trying to stop that thing, but it looks like Stu is starting to get a little bit confrontational in that side, and the Lord is still in the mid lane. The waves are not synced though, so the boys of KD, you guys are gonna have to do your macros properly. The top lane is not synced, the bottom lane is not synced, so you're gonna have to do that macro, and that Lord will get taken down. We see Mhpl, they're trying to take it out. Blast is already there, and they're trying to do their best to make sure this Lord, yeah, this is just, you know, macro advantage right now. We see them busy trying to sink the lanes while the Lord is already half HP, and yeah, this Lord will just be melted down without anything. I like the final blow comes in there. That's Mhpl taking a lot of damage. Look at the damage on Rice, man. Look at the damage there. If they can secure at least 1 inhibitor, that's gonna be good. Eternal Guard will connect as well. Cost of blood already used and committed now. And now the waves now starting to crash in, and now the waves finally coming in favor of the boys of KD. AE is gonna have to do more than that if they will not defend against this. It's a Tyrant Revenge, he's looking for a chance. That's Mhpl now trying to wait for that chance there. The mid lane, that's still using the tankiness of Fredrin. Okay, cost blast, but then inhibitor taken down as well. Now they've given that chance. They're waiting for that minion waves. It's 30 seconds on that Lord, if I'm not mistaken, before they get for that next Lord. And now we see KD paying back AE in their own coin and invading their own jungle, taking the orange buff while Rice will take the purple buff. Wow, KD really paying them back in their own coin there. But then Blast taking a lot of damage. That can be good. Mjolnir still positioned, and now he dives into the back line. But then, you know, one of these this backline dives, that's a 2-man cost of blood, and oh, that can't be good. Yeah, the camera missed that one. The camera definitely missed that one. Rice gets 1 kill. Sorry about that, guys. It's not easy piloting camera and casting at the same time. But then Mjolnir will fall. And top lane, is that a split push from Mhpl? Is that Mhpl with a split push? What is going on? No. He can't do that. He can't do that. They're gonna have to recall there. That he won't even go for Rice, because the damage Rice is dealing to him, and they need him to survive for this Lord. And the Lord will start. You can see this attack speed on Alucard. The man is just trying to melt down this Lord. He even used the ultimate. Mhpl used the final blow on the Lord to melt it down before the boys of KD will come. As the Eternal Guard committed every CC the Vexana can muster for now. Spark. Justice Blaze does not get any down. Oh! How did still get that retry? Jesus Christ! How? Still gets the retry barrier and secures the Lord for KD. And this has absolutely meant to be the best moment of the entire game. KD, Kogeki, Dentai have shown absolute mastery with the retribution, still spearheading that moment, and the Lord will be in their favor one more time. It's the siege. AE, what's the defense plan? Is there any defense plan for this? Because this is not going your way anymore. If you're gonna do anything, do it now. If you're gonna get your macros right, do it now. If you're gonna get your split or your farm, whatever you will have to get, and let's take a look at Rice here. The man is trying to push that lane there.
But now, Mhpl, is that a backline? Is that a passing strategy? He's looking for a chance for the course of blood, multiple course of blood. Ventures for the committed there. That's a dive there. Immobilized there. Final blow connects. They want to take out Rice. Rice in the bad spot. Traffic recoil doesn't do anything. Mhpl shuts them down. Phantom slash with an eye for an eye. The load is still coming from the down bottom. Mid lane as well. Easy is there to defend. Cause blast as well. But the Lord is already coming down. KD lose their maximum 60 seconds for Rice to respawn. And that's more than enough time for AE to melt down this Lord. And again, we get to see the macros paying off in AE's favor. Man, this is oh man. This is just it, man. This is the stop. 21-21, 200 gold lead. Not even 1,000 gold lead, 200 gold lead. That's what we have here. You can see that these teams are really neck and neck. They're really close to each other. Any small mistake, that's gonna be it. That you can't even afford to even, overextend or do something. And now we are at the late games where the respawn timers are increased. The respawn timers are greatly increased. We do have like a 60 seconds on the respawn timers. So if you die, well, you just might cost your team the match. And now we see Mjolnir. Let's take a look at Mjolnir here. Mhpl might walk into this one here. Spell cost only. The man will just have to pull back and go back to his team. It's 7 seconds until that Lord. Meanwhile, up top, we see Blast still being that distraction and really reeling the attention of 3 players of KD. And on the other side, they are not distracted. They just want to ignore the guy and give him the ideology that he is actually distracting them. Meanwhile, we see 3 players. It's there. Lots already have HP. And now the Tyrant's Revenge come in. Can still make something out of this. Lots of much have HP. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see them trying to melt them down. Final blow. That's a great final blow and a follow-up from Easy. And now 1 player falls. That spark. They've lost their max match. They've lost him. And they've lost actually, and now still gets the retribution, but the man is slain by Mhpl as payment. And now 2 players of KT, and this Lord may not matter anymore as the numbers advantage are in the favor of AE. The minions are there. You see the macro still in their favor. Tyrant's Revenge will connect. Tyrant's Rage as well committed. Blast will fall. Finally, that turn, that front line, they can't ignore. It's a 3-man Gambara. What the hell? Easy follows that up and gets a double. My goodness, only Mjolnir, the last man standing, final blow, Tyrant's Revenge, Tyrant's Rage, but the base is taken by the boys of Abyssal Trap. And Kogeki Dentai do not leave to tell the tale in this match. This is crazy, man. I can't believe this. Guys, I am amazed by how KD played this. They might have lost, but absolute, I'm clapping because still impressed me. Those jungle retries was crazy. Peak game. KD, you really made a show. I am sweating right now, guys, but I don't even care honestly, because hey, entertain me. So yeah, that's it for game 1. Game 2 is by 10 p.m. I would have to take a 1 hour break until then. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna end the stream right now. We're gonna have to make do with time until then. So yeah, cheers guys.